Most people think hatred is loud. Insults, attacks, open hostility, but real hatred is quieter than that. It studies you, it waits, it pretends, and that is why it is dangerous. The people who truly dislike you rarely show it directly. They leak it slowly through patterns, energy, and subtle behaviors you feel before you can explain. Marcus Aurelius warned that the greatest harm comes not from enemies but from those who stand close enough to influence your thoughts. This video is not about becoming cold or suspicious of everyone. It is about waking up, because once you recognize what hatred gives you, you stop personalizing it, you stop shrinking, and something powerful happens. You gain emotional immunity. The Stoics believed clarity is the highest form of self-defense. And by the end of this video you will see why hatred always reveals itself in the same 5 exchanges, no matter the person, no matter the setting. Once you see the pattern, you will never fall into it again. Thing number 1. The first thing a person who hates you always gives you is confusion. Not chaos, not confrontation, but quiet mental fog. Conversations with them leave you unsettled, replaying moments in your head, wondering if you misunderstood, questioning your tone, doubting your reaction. This is not coincidence. Confusion is a control tactic. When someone keeps you unsure, you stay mentally occupied with them. Epictetus taught that no man is disturbed unless he consents to disturbance. And the hater's goal is exactly that. Your consent through doubt. Notice how they speak in half-truths, vague statements, mixed signals, compliments followed by subtle undermining, support wrapped in hesitation. They want you mentally busy decoding instead of emotionally free, because a confused mind seeks reassurance, and reassurance hands them power. The Stoic move is ruthless simplicity. You stop asking what they meant and start noticing what they consistently give. Clarity does not come from explanations. It comes from patterns, and once you trust patterns over words, confusion loses its grip. Thing number 2. The second thing hatred gives is delayed support. Not rejection, not refusal, but hesitation at critical moments. When you need encouragement, action, or presence, they respond slowly, vaguely, or too late. They say, "Let me think about it, maybe later, now isn't the right time," and when the moment passes, they suddenly appear supportive. This creates a quiet emotional wound because it teaches you to lower expectations. Seneca said help given too late is often cruelty disguised as kindness. Delayed support keeps you dependent while preventing growth. It sends the message, "I want access to you but not your elevation." The Stoic response is independence over resentment. You stop measuring loyalty by words and start measuring it by timing. Support that arrives late is not support. It is self-preservation. When you build strength without waiting, their hesitation becomes irrelevant. And what no longer affects you no longer controls you. Thing number 3. Hatred almost never insults you directly. It praises you with poison inside. "You did well, but anyone could have done it. That worked out for you this time. You look confident today. Are you trying something new?" These comments sound harmless to the untrained ear, but they land heavy on the nervous system. They are designed to shrink your momentum without creating conflict. Marcus Aurelius warned that praise reveals the insecurity of the giver more than the worth of the receiver. The hater cannot celebrate you cleanly because your growth confronts their stagnation. So they soften your victories, minimize your effort, and quietly reframe your success as luck. The Stoic solution is emotional sovereignty. You neither chase praise nor fight it. You observe it without attachment. When validation no longer feeds you, poisoned praise starves. Thing number 4. The fourth thing hatred gives is silent competition, never announced, never acknowledged, but always present. They track your progress quietly, compare timelines secretly, and measure attention obsessively. They ask casual questions that feel innocent but collect information. How is that project going? Are you still doing that thing? They celebrate others loudly while acknowledging you minimally. This invisible competition creates a tension you can feel but not name. The Stoics taught that comparison is the fastest path to inner slavery, but the hater survives on it the moment you step out of comparison entirely. Focusing only on discipline, character, and daily execution, the competition collapses, because competition requires 2 participants, and the most dominant move is refusing to play. Thing number 5. The final thing hatred always gives is emotional withdrawal. Warmth fades without explanation. Messages shorten. Presence becomes transactional. Energy disappears. This is not mood. It is strategy. Emotional withdrawal is a punishment designed to trigger anxiety and pursuit, to make you chase clarity and closeness. But the Stoics understood that what withdraws was never stable. You do not chase what retreats. You remain steady, unchanged, grounded. When someone pulls away and you do not react, their leverage dissolves, your calm becomes a mirror that exposes their intent. And in that silence, something shifts. The power returns to you. Hatred is not loud. It is patterned, and once you recognize those patterns, you stop reacting emotionally and start responding with discipline. The Stoics taught that disturbance comes not from others but from our judgments, and hatred only harms you when you internalize it. Most people who hate you are not reacting to who you are. They are reacting to what you represent. Your clarity exposes their confusion. Your growth highlights their stagnation, and instead of correcting themselves, they project discomfort onto you. This is why hatred often arrives as silence, hesitation, subtle resistance, or praise that feels empty. When you understand this, you stop asking why and start observing how, and that awareness quietly restores power. To be stoically untouchable is to master your reactions. When confusion is met with stillness, delay is met with self-reliance, and withdrawal is met with stability, emotional leverage disappears. Stoicism does not teach revenge. It teaches control. You do not chase clarity where confusion benefits others. You do not seek validation where respect is absent. You simply remain grounded. Calm rooted in self-command cannot be manipulated. And consistency dismantles hidden hostility without confrontation. If this video sharpened your awareness and strengthened your mindset, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss future Stoic teachings. Share your thoughts in the comments because reflection deepens wisdom, and remember, you are not here to be liked. You are here to be unshakable.